Alright guys, we're back. Eric and I, another video. We got our guest today, Ajay. Today will be technically our first episode and...
Hit it talk.
Yeah. Hit and talk, guys. Alright, so our main topic for today is Archie's little accident that he had.
Yeah.
He got into a nice, front bumper accident. Yeah. So, Archie, would you like to explain kind of what happened?
So I was going through the intersection and I had a green light, and there was a ton of cars to the right. It was kind of busy. It was like around 4-ish, 5-ish, and then this lady comes out of nowhere from those cars, comes right in front of me as I'm entering the intersection, and then I slam on the brakes, and then I just slide into her, basically, or go into her.
And so,
what was going through your mind when it happened?
I was really just trying to avoid her.
Lucas, what was going through your mind?
Nothing really. She just kind of pulled out in front of us looking, because she was trying to make a right-hand turn on a red light, and we had the green light, so she completely kind of just cut us off.
you can't see Lucas right now, but he's holding the camera for us, and
Hello.
he was in the vehicle with Archie as well.
Yes.
And what was the intersection like when you were going through the intersection? What was like the speed limit? How many lanes did it go into? What was she turning from?
It was a one lane. She was turning from, I think it was Duluth onto Minnesota 13 or north.
Okay.
In Prior Lake, and then we had a one lane. It was a 50,
And so you were doing 50 through the intersection because you had a green light, obviously, and she pulled out in front of you. And when she pulled out in front of you, how much time do you think you really had? Like, did you lock the brakes instantly, or?
Yeah, I just slammed on the brakes.
And there was no possible way of you kind of going left or right?
No, because there was a median to the left, and she was kind of blocking the shoulder.
So, how were the road conditions?
They were alright, but I don't know, because my ABS went on.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if it was slick or not.
Because, I mean, if the road's a little slippery, it's going to take a lot more to stop, too, obviously.
Yeah.
So, after the crash, what kind of happened,
Well, what happened was I went up to her, asked her for insurance, and then a cop came up, and then she gave the insurance to her, or she gave it to him, and I gave him mine, and then they got a tow truck for her, and then I was sitting there until like 6, 7, waiting for a tow truck.
Okay.
And I'm just bringing my car to my house.
Was there anything you can do?
I mean, not really.
No.
I feel like no.
In the future, if you had the same kind of situation, do you think you would do anything differently to try and avoid it?
Have better brakes, I guess. Stronger brakes.
Better brakes. I mean, you could maybe slow down for the intersection a little bit too. Is another thing, because intersections are dangerous parts where accidents happen.
Just cut it down a little bit.
Right. Slow down to like 45, 40 or something like that.
Yeah.
Also, just in case if you have that person who's not paying attention, who does pull out in front of you.
Yeah.
Lucas, do you think Archie could have done anything differently?
No, not really. The lady just kind of didn't look at all and kind of just blew us off, and that kind of what caused the erupt of the accident.
And so how I'm understanding is Archie was pulling through the intersection into this one-lane road, and the lady came taking a right turn, just didn't pay attention, didn't look or anything?
Yeah, so she had a red light, and, you could take a right on a red light, and, but, if there's no cars coming, but obviously there was cars coming, and we were that car, and yeah, we were already like halfway in the intersection, and she pulled out, and there was really nothing we could do to avoid it. I mean, we could have gone left, but then that's incoming traffic too, so
right, and you're
probably
going left, had the median.
Yeah, so there's kind of just break and pray,
Right. How much damages were caused to your vehicle?
I mean, the right headlight's done, the right side is done, the fender is bent quite a bit, and the tie rod is at a 90. And I think maybe the outer tie rod might be messed up, and then
So At least it's not total. You can still fix it up though.
Yeah.
Still be able to get it back on the road, hopefully.
Hopefully. What's ABS?
Anti-locking braking system, and it basically makes it for your tires don't lock up and you just slide.
And it happened when you were braking.
Yeah.
So I guess what we can get out of this accident and what happened for future attempts to try and prevent accidents like this happening is, I mean, you can maybe slow down for the intersection, but there's also some accidents that kind of are fluke, and where if you're going through the intersection and the other person's not paying attention when they have a right turn on red, if they just don't look, stuff like this can happen. I mean, it wasn't your fault, but
At least you can look ahead further to see what was going on as well.
Maybe.
Slow down, maybe try and pay attention a little more. I mean, but I'm sure you were driving, so obviously you were paying attention.
Yeah.
And if you locked the brakes, you probably saw her at a decent bit time, because if you wouldn't have locked the brakes, it probably would have been a lot worse.
Yeah, because I was going probably 35 when I hit her.
Yeah, so you slowed down a decent bit too, at least.
From 50.
And so,
Yeah.
Well, Archie, good luck in the future with your driving abilities and your
Thank
vehicles.
you for coming to the show.
Thanks for being on this episode of Hit and Talk. Guys, thanks for watching. You should go subscribe, like, share, follow all the Jordan social medias, Jordan Twitter, all the good stuff. You know what to do. Bye.